Hello guys, welcome teachers. My name is Sylvia Atef and I am going to be in charge of coordinating the Vacation Bible School when we're in Belize. I know it may be a little overwhelming not knowing what to do, especially if you're going to be the one teaching. Therefore, I decided to create this video and hopefully it's able to help you understand what your job is going to be before we get there. So this video here is going to be for teachers on day one. Teachers on day one, I think that's going to be the most important day. The reason why is because you're going to be the one that's going to be sharing the rules of what is expected of them for each day. Also, you are the one that's going to be talking about the schedule. How is it going to look? At what time do we want them there? And all that. So those details, I will give them to you later on. But just know that I will try my hardest to be clear in what you're expected to do. So hopefully you were able to get one of these packets. I think it was sent to you in an email. If not, you can always look it up online. It's called Treasure Quest, and I think I googled Vacation Bible School. Day one, it says, the way that I have organized it is basically the title of it, it's going to be what is your greatest treasure. The lesson is all about what is your greatest treasure. So we want to emphasize that. Before you even begin the lesson, make sure you do set some expectations. If you can turn to page 18. Page 18 goes over some rules. So it says day one craft. These are the rules that are going to be for the crafts, but we're going to be making sure to introduce it to them on the first day before we do any lessons. So there's 3 rules and everything goes with the Pirates theme. So the first R is going to be for respect God, and then it tells you what it means, so make sure you tell it to them. R, respect others, and then the third R is R, respect your leaders. So throughout the time, not only for your day, but all the other days, all of our volunteers are going to have a stack of stickers. Students are able to, or the kids are able to receive these the stickers based on how they behave. So if for example, on the 5th day, they're able to earn 10 stickers, then that means that they can go ahead and trade off their stickers for candy. So they're earning points, but instead of giving them, I don't know, something else, we're giving them candy at the end of the time that we're with them. So let them know that the way that they're able to receive these stickers is by showing any of the R's. So that's going to be the first thing. And let's see, I think that was it for the introduction. It's going to make sense how they're going to save the stickers later on. When we do arts and crafts, they are going to be making these hats. So these hats, they're pirate hats. So instead of having the skull, we're just going to have a cross. And then instead of doing the verse of the day, we're going to write the verse of the day in the back. And then we're going to have their name in the front. So this hat, they have to wear this throughout the 5 days that we're with them. This is going to help us establish a relationship with them and learn their names, because the first thing that we're going to see is their name. If they're earning stickers throughout the lessons, or even the whole time that we're there, they can add it onto their hat anywhere. So make sure they're adding it to their hat. That is going to prevent them from losing their stickers or someone else taking them away. It's already stuck on their hats. So they're going to be having this with us. They're going to be bringing it with them whenever they're at the Vacation Bible School. So that's what we're going to be doing at the end. So after you do the introduction and expectations, you are going to do an icebreaker. This icebreaker is already in your lesson plan, so it's nothing that you have to go out of your way and, I don't know, do, right? So then The icebreaker is which had you rather, and the way it's played is it says have your group stand up and tell them the following. Keep this fast pace. So you tell them, would you rather do this or you rather do that? And they have to go from one side to the next. So for example, if you had rather play football, go to the wall on the left, on my left. If you had rather play soccer, go to the wall on the right. But make sure you keep in mind that these questions that are already pre-planned for you may not apply for the kids in Belize. So for example, let me see. Number 2, if you had rather buy a video game, go to the wall on my left. If you had rather buy a movie, go to the wall on the right. It wouldn't apply because our kids may not have that option. So we don't want them to feel like we don't want them to feel uncomfortable in any way. So make sure you plan it out where you make these questions based on something that they would know. After that, this is just for them to kind of get to know one another, to loosen up, but still have respect and know what they're going to do. After that, you are going to be in charge of assigning actors. So what this means is in the beginning of the lesson plan, it says you will need signs that say Peter, Jesus, disciple. We're going to be taking care of that. So my job is going to make sure to have all the equipment that you need and everything will be ready for you. So I will be helping you out for day 1. You will also have 3 skit support. So these are going to be your actors. So these actors are going to be part of the volunteers and they are going to be holding up Jesus, Peter, and disciple. But I think you're going to need 1 more or 2 more. And those people, whoever more you need, you're going to be getting them from your whoever came, like the kids that came. So you're going to ask for volunteers. They really like that. So make sure you choose one that you're able to show and say he's showing a lot of respect. He's showing respect for the leaders. So making sure you're enforcing and reminding them about the rules. So you're going to be telling the Bible story, and there is a certain way that they want you to do it. So for example, it says, choose 2 volunteers and give them the signs that say Peter and Jesus. So whenever you're reading the story and you say Peter, they want you to raise up the sign. So that's what you're going to do. Feel free to read the story or maybe memorize it. Or if there's another one that you found online and it's exactly the story, but maybe you word it differently, you can also do that. But just make sure you let us know. After you do the story, then you are going to introduce to them the verse of the day. Every day we're going to have a brand new verse, and the way that you're going to deliver it to them is we're going to have a balloon, and inside the balloon is going to be the paper that has the verse. So you're going to choose a volunteer to come up, and they're going to pop the balloon, and they are able to read it, or you can read it. So remember, this is your time to be creative. And if you feel like something else would work better, just let us know and we can always go and do that or accommodate it. So verse says, oh yeah, and then talk about the verse. Maybe give an example of what that would look like. After the verse, we're going to be moving into the arts and crafts. Arts and crafts for that day, day 1, is going to be the hat, pirate hat. Make sure before we move on to arts and crafts, you go over the rules 1 more time. That way they're able to understand what is expected of them. So you are going to take them to the next station, and we can talk a little bit more on detail on what that would be. But after, we are going to have someone else take care of organizing the tables or the sections for arts and crafts. So your job would be done after that, just helping us out. So that's it for day 1. If you have any questions, just let me know. I have more ideas of how this would look. If you can follow me in Pinterest, I believe, let me see, if you go under Pinterest and then search Sylvia Atev, you can go ahead and find me, and I have a folder that is called, it's labeled Belize Missionary Trip, and that is where you're going to find the pirate's hat, or you can just Google it or look for it in Pinterest. So if you have any questions, just go ahead and email me.